Hey, what is going on, guys? It is Dion, and I'm back, man. It's been a while, been about what, 2 weeks or so since I last put out a video, but back here today for a lineup building video for today, February 24th, man. Um, Pretty much just gonna try to jump right into it. I'm doing this video kind of early because I got plans in the morning, so I'm like, instead of just waiting till all the games are done, which wouldn't be till around like after sometime around 12, and I'll probably trying to getting ready for bed or whatever around then. So I'm like, might as well drop the video now. So pretty much gonna jump into it. I'm gonna actually take a look to see if the chat's there. Let me read this mic. All right, so everything's fine. So yeah, man, let's take a look at the point guards right off the back. I didn't really do too much research, so this is kind of be off the top of the head, man. So let's go look at some over unders. Just take a look at the ones I think are most interesting so far. Cal OKC, Dallas, 214. I like that. Denver, Clippers. I like that, man. Yeah, I don't really like that Memphis Lakers, but it might be some value there. Golden State, Miami. Damn. Golden State over unders are usually higher, but I guess since Miami's a slow paced team, it's pretty low there. This game could be sneakier for value. 212, not impressive. Uh, Toronto 9.5 point favorites. I guess. Yeah, some merit to playing some guys there. Detroit, Philly. I like this game for value already. And with that being said, man, let's just jump right into it, man. So got Russell Westbrook versus Dallas, man. This guy's pretty much a cash game play. He's in almost any good matchup. He's never gonna give you less than 50. At his price tag though, you need about 55, 10.9. Pretty much just round off to 11K. You want 55, but man, this I think this game pretty much has a chance to take the over on that. Let's go take a look at his usage rate and things like that. Okay, so his usage rate in the 2 games back it's only been about 23.3, but I think that's gonna pick up, man. Durant's 34.1, not really liking that too much, but I think Westbrook's still solid here. Just because the peripherals, man. Let's look what he's doing almost every game, giving you a bunch of rebounds, double-digit assists almost every game. So Westbrook gotta love him there. So 10.9, maybe I'm probably leaning more towards him in tournaments just because I know his upside. But that price tag just a little bit too hefty, man. You got Kyrie right below him at 10.8, and I think the over-unders are pretty much similar. But when you look at an individual matchup, I like Curry matched up with Dragic a lot more. Let's go take a look at the projected matchup. So you got Curry matched up with Dragic. You know Wade's probably gonna take the day off. I mean Clay's not. I don't really see Clay going off against Wade like that. So this can definitely be the Curry day. And let's take a look at the over-unders again. 214 and where's OKC again? Okay, OKC is pretty much at the same thing. 4 point favorite. It's just the thing is Golden State's 8.5 point favorite. So I'll probably lean more towards Curry just because I think the game will still be up in pace despite Miami's slow pace because Miami's pretty much going to try to match them in pace. So it doesn't even really matter how slow they play. We noticed that last game when Miami played Golden State, man, they definitely picked up the pace in that game. So I think it's pretty much going to be similar here again. So at that price tag, man, I might as well just go Curry. I think Westbrook floor might be a little bit safer than Curry's, but I think Curry has a lot. He has a lot more. Ceiling is above Westbrook. So and just looking at it on paper, man, I think the guy that's going to pretty much go off is Curry, man. Also want to take a look to see how these guys did last time. So we're gonna take a look at the game log, see how these guys fared last time out. I want to see what Clay and Draymond and Curry did against. And we see right here that Curry kind of did his thing, but I don't think that's value just looking at it off the screen. Let's try to go find that game real quick. Hopefully I'm not blind. I know I missed it already somewhere. Okay, so let's go from the bottom to the top. Maybe I passed it and I'm blind. Who knows? Why the hell can I find? Oh, did Curry not play that? Yo, oh no, it's right here. I was about to say, like, I know I just seen his freaking stats versus Miami. So let's see who did good. Of course, Draymond. Draymond had a great game here. Clay, of course, he didn't do too well against Wade. So this is looking like a Curry kind of day, man. I can see that happening. And they're on the road, so I know Curry's definitely gonna try to take over, man. So I definitely like him a lot. We're gonna take a look at the chat, see if anybody's here. It's only got about 9 views right now, man. If you guys are watching, man, I appreciate if you guys give this a thumbs up, man. Definitely appreciate that. Nobody's in the live chat today, man. I guess it's just because I've been away for a while, and it's kind of early in the day. So yeah, man. Hold me down. I appreciate that. Next we got Chris Paul, man. Chris Paul at 9.8 versus Denver. He's at a great spot here. Let's go take a look at some DVP. So on the season where Denver ranks, so they're pretty much a bottom 5 team versus point guards. You got Chris Paul, pretty decent usage rate. Let's go take a look at it real quick. Okay, so 24.5 and a 3 games back. Not impressive, but I still think it's pretty solid, man. I know it's been above that on the season. Let's go take a look at what it's been for the season. Okay. So let's go to usage. So Chris Paul usage on the season pretty much been around 27. So not the greatest in the world, but for the numbers they're projected to put up against Denver, I think there's some merit to playing Chris Paul. But we'll actually see if there's more value there. I'm just not a big fan of Chris Paul at this price tag, just because we seen him like hover around these 40s too often, man. He rarely goes above to 50 or anything like that. Look at this game log against Lakers, Chicago, Minnesota. He's barely passing 40. So probably gonna lean away from him in cash game. Just seeing that there's so many point guards out there today, and know I can find value somewhere else. So I'm likely fading him, but he does have a good matchup here. Now let's just go take a look at it on paper, see where you want to exploit Denver. So, and main position right here is shooting guard. Always want to exploit them with shooting guards. And then maybe DeAndre Jordan there, but I already know DeAndre's price is jacked up, so I'll probably look elsewhere. But yeah, man. So we'll lean other way to another direction. Then you have John Wall at the same price going against Chicago, man. As it pains me to say, since I'm a D Rose fan, John Wall's in a great spot here. The Bulls have actually struggled in DVP versus point guards, and John Wall, man, 2 explosive Bulls, bottom 13 versus point guards, and you got John Wall, super high usage. Let's go take a look at the over-under for this game, if there's even one. So it started out at 211, man. 1.5 point spreads, and they're on the road, so I guess even on the back-to-back, man, I love John Wall here, man. They have 3 games in 3 days. They had 3 games back to back, man. Then they had a 3-day rest. So I think even with this back to back here, he's probably feeling a little bit good, man. He just came off a great game today where he put up 50 pretty much. So and I was only in 32 minutes, and if this game stays a lot closer than that New Orleans game, I think John Wall's definitely in a great spot here. I just love his matchup here, man. High usage rate, 9.8K, pretty much the same price as Paul. So I probably lean towards Wall in this situation. And let's go look at the game log again. So he's been pretty darn good. I'm not going to really hold these games against him. He played 3 games, 3 nights in a row. So, and we've seen the upside from 60, 51, 47, 60, 49, 45, 46. So at least we see him pretty much doing better than Chris Paul. That's all that matters. So I'm not saying I'm going to play John Wall, but I definitely think he's in a great spot here. Next, we got Rondo versus Spurs. That's pretty much a fade for me. Spurs pretty good defense, even though they have been slacking lately on the defensive end, giving up over 100 points to the Suns. And they struggle with who else did they struggle with? Damn, I forgot who they played, man. But why did I type in Spurs? I'm retarded. We're just gonna look at the game log. Okay, in the Lakers where they let the Lakers keep it close, and then we got demolished by the Clippers. So, man, I think this is a time where the Spurs bounce back, man. I think Kawhi will possibly be back to get the defense back in order. So, I have no problem. I have a problem with Rondo here in this situation, so no Rondo for me. Next we got Kyle Lowry. When I look at it on paper, man, if there's somebody I want to touch from the Toronto side of the ball, be Kyle Lowry. But for some reason, man, every time I play point guards versus Ricky Rubio, man, they just seem to suck it up, man. Let's go look at the DVP for Minnesota. And they have bad DVP, which is what kills me, man. Every time I play point guards versus Minnesota, they stink it up. But I might go back to the well here, man. Kyle Lowry, 8.9K. Think he's in his great spot. He might just play 40 minutes here. I don't see why he wouldn't. Just as far as the individual matchup, as far as scoring goes and everything like that, I think Kyle Lowry's in a great spot. But I will say this, man, he's definitely not picking up double-digit rebounds against the Minnesota team that has Gorgie Jang and Karl Anthony Towns. So a lot of those rebounds might be gone. So that might diminish some of his value a little bit. But I can see him picking it up with steals and things like that. So I wouldn't kill him there, but definitely not. I definitely don't see him hitting 50 today. So if you guys don't, I don't want you guys to chase those points. I still think he's solid. We saw the over-under again. What was it? 212, 9-point favorite. So even in the game where they're supposed to win kind of easily, man, he still plays 38 minutes. So I like Kyle Lowry a lot here. Let's go take a look at the usage rate just to see what it's been since the All-Star break. So 23.4, not the greatest in the world. DeRozan's pretty much dominating the ball, but I still like Lowry a little bit, man, just because he has the peripherals to make up for everything else. So let's go back. Let's go take a look at the chat real quick. Okay, we in here. Shout out to you, Cornelius. Shout out to you, Birdman. Tomorrow there's too much games. What? Nah, I love when there's a bunch of games just because it's kind of hard. Like, you really won't have the guys that's super high owned. So say if there's a guy that's going to be high owned, but I don't really like him, but I don't think he's in a great matchup, but everybody else wants to play him, that I won't have to worry about situations like that because there's so many options out there today. And if you fade them, you're probably not going to be done. Like, I'm trying to think of a situation. I think it was a time, it was like a 5-game slate, and I think it wasn't a 5-game. It might have been a 7-game slate or something like that. And I faded each one more, knowing that he's going to be like 50% owned, and he still went off in a bad matchup. So just situations like that, man, where you kind of know he's not going to be 50% owned today just because of there's so many options. So that's kind of why I love these slates, man. Definitely makes it even. And if you don't have a guy that's super high owned, you still have a chance to cash. So that's what kind of why I like this slate. Let me see who that was again. Oh, yeah, Birdman. So Whiteside versus Warriors, a must. We'll see, man. High variance is good, I guess. If for some reason I cash bigger with less games. I'm actually the opposite, man. I don't even like to play cash games on short slates just because I hate being the super chalky guy, man. I just hate playing people just because they're going to be high owned. Like, I only like playing people that I feel like are in great matchups. And sometimes that comes to bite me, but excuse me. Yeah, we can kind of move on with the rest of the plays now. Kemba Walker at 8.6. This is definitely a great matchup for him, but this price tag's just a little bit too much for me. 8.6. The Cavs are picking it up in pace, and I think the over-under is going to reflect that. So 205, Cleveland 8.5 point favorite. So maybe I'll probably look elsewhere here just because they're not even projected to put up that many points. But let's go take a look at the usage rate for Kemba. But as far as individual matchup goes, I like it. But we just seen Detroit. What were they favorite to lose by? I think it was like a similar spread, and they end up taking that. So I guess sometimes you gotta take the over under with a grain of salt and don't always listen to Vegas. But Kemba 25.7 usage rate, that's pretty good. But I'm most likely gonna move away from there. Just because I kind of believe in this spread, man. I actually believe this spread. I don't think the Hornets really have enough offensive firepower to really make this game close. And especially after LeBron stunk it up last time, these guys are going to come out on fire. So I don't really want to pick – not at this price tag. Maybe if he was at what Kyrie is right now, I look at him. But next we have Kyrie Irving, 7.3, super high usage rate. This guy's been balling every time he's seen over 30 minutes, and it looked like he might see that again, man, just because of the trend we have. And if this game is any chance of staying close, uh, Kyrie's definitely seeing 38 minutes now. Let's go take a look at DVP real quick. See where Charlotte ranks against point guards. So they're pretty much middle of the pack, close to being a top 10 team versus point guards. But man, Kyrie's a different kind of player, man. Now let's just go take a look at it on paper. Just this is sometimes what I do when you can't figure it out, man. You just gotta go look at it on paper and see who has a good matchup here. So probably you likely don't want J.R. Smith or Courtney Lee. J.R. Smith's never gonna really do much. Maybe LeBron on Batum, just because Batum's a pretty solid defender, but LeBron just has too much mass, too much girth on him, and there's really not any elite rebounder. So I already know LeBron's going to be close to 7, 8 rebounds in this kind of a game. And as far as what I look at it from here, man. There's going to be a lot of missed shots from Charlotte's side, so maybe you can take that chance with Kyrie, man. He gets close. He gets what 20 points because Kyrie's he's gonna hang around 20 points regardless, just because he has a super high usage rate. Let's go look at something real quick. He's an elite scorer, but man, this is not the greatest spot for him as far as individual matchup. But definitely look 31.4 in the 3 games since the All-Star break, man. Kind of hard to turn that down, and he's hitting his stride, man. We know his upside is 50 points with the LeBron and Kevin Love in the lineup. So, what's the least he's getting? He gotten you. Okay, and that was 28 in the blowout game. So, if this game stays anywhere remotely close, man, he's going off. What's gotten you 39, 53, 52, 40. So, I definitely like Kyrie a lot here today, man. He's definitely in my pool of point guards that I'm liking for cash and tournaments. Next we have D Rose. Excuse me. Oh damn! I need to drink some water or something. My freaking throat is super parched. Pause. Hold on. Let me pause this for a second. All right, I'm fine now. So now we have D Rose, man, and not the greatest of matchup, and the price is bumped up about 300 points. So we went from 69 to 7,200. But man, we saw the over under super high, and just the way he's been playing, I know his usage rate is through the roof. Let's go take a look at that real quick. And he's probably gonna be one of the higher owned guys today. 31.0 usage rate, man. He's been scoring at an elite rate, man. Let's just take a look at his game log, man. It makes me feel so good, man. Just being that I'm a D Rose stan. 39, 34, 38. So the only bad game he had was against Atlanta, and they got blown out. So I don't really see that happening here today. So 38, 52, 38. So pretty much you can almost lock D Rose. He had a bad game versus Utah. That's to be expected, though. Jimmy Butler's probably playing that game too, though. So I'm not really gonna hold that against him. I don't know if he was or not, but let's go take a look real quick. Let's see. Jimmy Butler's not even in the player pool. Well, I'm a guy that I like to fact check, so now I have to go see it. Just to see if D Rose's only bad game besides the blowout was against Utah. Let's see if he played against Utah. So Jimmy Butler played that game, so we're not holding that against D Rose. So pretty much D Rose has been super consistent. He's probably going to be super high on in cash today. Before just going off of how fast of a pace this game will be and the way he's been playing lately. And, man, look at the scoring. 24, 26, 28. He's getting you about 20 actual points almost every game here. So he's seeing 32 to 35 minutes on every night. So I like him here a lot. I think he's a great play. The individual matchup isn't great, but man, D Rose does a lot of his work off the pick and roll. So I don't really think it really matters about the individual matchup with John Wall. And John Wall's been spending a lot of energy on on offense lately. So never catch big. One dude was giving me yesterday, like it was Jamal. Yeah, I had Jamal Crawford too, but thank God that my other plays were great to pick up for it, and I cast. So I wasn't too mad at that, man. And you guys in the chat, man, definitely let me know if you guys are gonna join the Mega Slam tomorrow. I'm thinking about doing that. Definitely got to put some extra on here just to get into that. So that Mega Slam, man, gotta get into that tomorrow. That's a must. That's a must for me. Let me know if it's a must for you guys. Next, we have Ricky Rubio, 6.9 versus Toronto. Production's been up there a little bit, but what I will say is I don't think the matchup's the greatest. But as far as DVP goes. Let's go take a look, actually. So Toronto top 3 versus point guards as far as DVP goes, and then Rubio isn't a high usage guy. That's something I don't like, but I think he just balled out versus these guys last time. Let's see. Ricky Rubio. So in the last 3 games, 15.5 usage rate, not the greatest in the world. Then he's going against Toronto, man. Let's see what he did last time. He put up a 40. He put up 40 against them, man. He's not a high usage guy, so it's kind of hard for me to ever trust him in cash. But man, he does have enough upside to be worth playing the cash. But this floor is just too damn low for me. They got you 20 versus Memphis, got you 24 versus New Orleans. Man, but if he's playing 37 minutes, of course I have to put him in the cash game consideration. But the guys that usually kill in this matchup are the bigs. Like Karl Anthony Towns is almost a must for me, must for me tomorrow. Let me see his price, 92. See what he did against Toronto last time, 55. Just because they don't have any power forwards, so I'm skipping ahead a little bit. But let's just go see real quick. Like Luis Scola, Patrick Patterson, they're not guarding Karl Anthony Towns. Like he's just gonna have their way with them. And if Garnett and Pekovic are out, just makes it easier of a play. So let me see what you guys are talking about. Mega Slam is a must. I want a couple ticks so far. All my entries for it cost me $2. Damn, that's dope. I should have been doing that. I wasn't even thinking about it. I definitely should have been doing that just to get those free tickets. Well, not free, but it's definitely cheaper, man. A lot cheaper to join those little satellite ticket things or whatever just to get in there. So next we got from off of Rubio, man. I do think he's solid. If he's gonna play those kind of minutes again, especially if Levine's in the starting lineup, because then that definitely means Rubio's locked for his minutes. So we'll see what happens. But next we have Reggie Jackson versus Philly. This is almost a must for me. Reggie Jackson pretty much gonna be locked in for me. Guy got a good usage rate. He's going against Philly, one of the worst teams. Let's see the over under this game. 210 over under. They're favored by 11, but it's like there's nobody on the roster. Stanley Johnson just got injured. Where's he at? Let's go take a look. Spencer Dinwiddie, not worried about him. Steve Blake is never going to do anything. KCP is already good. He's good, solid in this rotation. Darian Hillard, he's never going to play a bunch of minutes. Got Tobias playing the 4. Marcus Morris playing the 3. So it's just like you're pretty much just going to expect 35-plus minutes out of Reggie Jackson today. I think that's what you can expect from him, and he's pretty much locked in for me. We'll just put him in the video for the sake of it, man. Put him in the lineup for the sake of the video, but he's a lock for me. I promise you that. Let's go take a look at his uses, though. See why I like him even more. And at his price tag, he's at a decent price tag. So in the last 3 games, man, 31.0 usage rate. And that is with Brandon Jennings gone. That's with the injury. So now he's in a great spot here. 6,800. I think there's no way he should get less than 32 tomorrow, man. Him and Drummond are gonna feast too. Let's see what Drummond 8.6. Damn, that's tough. Cat or Drummond tomorrow. But yeah, I love Reggie Jackson tomorrow. He's in a great spot, 6,800. So we kind of move on. Mike Conley's a guy that I'm just not playing, bro. Like he's only a tournament option for me, man. This guy does not look to score, man. He's not an elite scorer, man. And his price tag is just too much for me. I have to skip over him. But the Lakers do suck versus point guards, so there's some merit to playing them. But man, I just can't ever trust him. So I might roster him in the tournament just because I know it'll be low on. But that his ceiling is just too low for me. Let's move on now. I almost called him Isaiah. Ish Smith, man, versus Detroit. He's in a decent spot. I'm not too big of a fan of him today. I need his minutes to go back up to the 30s before I can trust him in cash. But I think he's pretty solid here. Reggie Jackson, we know Detroit struggle a little bit with point guards. And Ish Smith has his usage rate has went down a little bit, which is what I'm not liking. Let's go take a look at what it's been since the All-Star break. It's only been 2 games. This is not counting the game today. But 19.0. So for my point guard, man, at his price tag, I want to be in the 20s. And right now it's just not at that. and I think he hasn't really been the same since that ankle injury. So I'm not too big of a fan of him today. Next we got Goran Dragic in a fast-paced game, 6,400. He's in a great spot, fast-paced game. They're at home. I don't really see Golden State blowing them out at home, but I don't know if I really want to pay 6,400, man. But maybe if he's gonna see 41 minutes, I just have to, man. I just have to play him. But he's in a decent spot right here. He has a good individual matchup with Curry, and he's been balling lately. So let's go take a look at his usage rate. Let's see. So 25.5 usage rate. That's pretty darn good, man. Especially at his price. We seen the implied total, man. What it's supposed to be. High-paced game, man. I like Dragic a little bit here. I might just have to roster him in cash. Looking at that over under and its usage rate, and as far as price goes, he's pretty solid. And let's see what Golden State ranks DVP, man, versus point guard. So Golden State bottom 5 team. They did just play Lillard, so that's kind of spiked it up a little bit. But I still like Dragic here a little bit. He has some talent, man. So I could definitely see him right. Let's see what his actual points have been. 24 in the last 2 games. So he's been balling. I like that a lot. But man, that team is pretty short with no Bosh, man. I don't know if they're really gonna keep this game close. I am worried about a blowout, but man, maybe the way they've been playing, hopefully it doesn't turn into a blowout. But he's looking pretty solid here. Next we have Darren Williams. He's in a good spot, man. He's usually safe in cash, but don't really know if I want to trust him. I really can't trust him in tournaments just because I don't feel like his upside is up there, man. He has been proving it lately, man. Because the game before All-Star game versus Memphis, he had 42, and then he had 40-point game versus Orlando. But that's I don't know if I really want to bank on him doing that because he hasn't done that much at all this season. But at 6K, man, he's definitely worth a look. OKC defense hasn't been that good. Let's see if you can attack them as far as DVP goes. See where they've been. So they've been close to being a bottom 10 team, almost middle of the pack there. So we're gonna take a look at the chat, see what you guys talking about. What about Parker? I'm gonna get on him. Trust me. Let me clear this up real quick though. Oh, it is in HD. Oh, just looking bad. Yeah. So next we have George Hill. He's a fade for me. I don't care what he's been doing lately. Oh, he sucked. He sucked last game, but he had 2 30s in a row. Still not playing them. Emmanuel Mudiay versus Chris Paul can't do it. Tony Parker versus Sacramento. Now he's definitely in play. I will have to see though if the Spurs have a back-to-back game because those are usually the times where they kind of like limit Tony Parker and Tim Duncan minutes. So if the Spurs play Thursday, okay, let's see if they do. They don't play Thursday, so that's a great spot. And do they play Friday? Okay, so yeah, Tony Parker is definitely. Oh no, they do play Thursday. So this might be a spot where Tony Parker doesn't see that many minutes here. So don't really know if I want to trust him too much in this particular situation, just because it's the first leg of a back-to-back. But man, if he sees even if he sees 28 minutes, he's still in a pretty solid spot. But I wouldn't be surprised to see Popovich limit those minutes, man. But I like him a lot here. And it also depends if Kawhi's playing. Let's see if Kawhi's playing. Because I think a lot of Tony Parker usage comes from Kawhi not playing. He was limited in practice, so he'll probably play, man. I think Kawhi's back. Let's see what Tony Parker usage has been since the All-Star break. So a 30.7 usage rate, man, that's super high. So if Kawhi Leonard's out, Tony Parker's a must. I'll tell you that. And I might even roster Tony Parker, just because I respect Rudy Gay a little bit as a defender, and I don't feel like Aldridge. I feel like maybe Aldridge and Tony Parker have the best matchups here. So I definitely have some consideration with Tony Parker. I think he's in a great spot. Even if he doesn't hit 25, man, I feel like his floor in this game is 20. So it needs about 25 to 27 points for value. But I can't even see him getting less than 20 in this kind of a game. So I love Tony Parker a lot here. The game's definitely gonna be up in pace, and the Kings defense sucks. So Tony Parker in a great spot. We seen the usage rate. That's all you need to know. Darren Collison now. D'Angelo Russell, maybe not against Memphis. I don't really play people against. I don't really play people against Conley, but maybe he's worth a tournament option because he basically played 30 minutes last game, but he might have played more if it wasn't a blowout. So if this game stays close, man, maybe Russell, man, but that might be cutting it in a slow paced game. Chalmers probably worth a look. Patrick Mills worth a look in tournament. Not at that price tag. I don't like his price tag. And pretty much after that, that's about it for point guards, man. Let me know if there's any point guards I missed that you want me to talk about. I'm gonna take a look at the chat here real quick. And how you guys lineup doing right now, man? I'm about to actually check on mine to see if I'm in the cash right now. I'm gonna check on my phone real quick. And we're gonna actually go look at some shooting guards right now. But so for right now, man, I think I can actually roll with Parker, so I'll put him in the lineup. Let's see. Okay, so I'm actually in the cash right now. I'm killing it too. So I got 278. I'm about a good 24 points over the line. So I'll take that. I'm cashing $3 in this tournament. Yay, it's lit. So let's go on to shooting guard now. Let's see, make sure anybody had anything. Okay, so nobody else had nothing. All right, so shooting guard DeMar DeRozan. I want to see what he did against Levine last time. So he had about 45 here, and I think he's pretty much gonna do the same thing here if he gets this situation again, man. There's no way Levine's gonna guard him, and this time it's actually a home game, man. And I actually look at DeMar DeRozan splits, man. He struggles on the road a little bit. Like his scoring drops a little bit. I usually don't take that too much into account, but let's go look at the difference in scoring. So he's averaging 25 at home, 22 on the road, man. 3 points is a big difference, man. That's like about an average though. So he's even averaging more attempts. So I guess he's a little bit more comfortable here. Like I told you, man, I don't like picking on Rubio. Let's see how much Lowry had against last time. So Lowry even snuck it up last time versus Rubio. So this might be one of those DeMar DeRozan situations too. And that AK, he's probably more worth a tournament just because it's hard to trust a guy with low peripherals in the cash game. But he's in a great spot here. I have no problem with him. Next we can kind of move on. I'll probably fade D Wade here just because he played 39 minutes last game. Oh yeah, it did go to overtime though. So that's kind of a reason why. But man, until his price drops down a little bit, I don't know if I really trust him. But man, against Golden State, I can see this game being a blowout, and I really don't want to have exposure to Wade in a blowout because they will not be quick. They will not hold back to rest him, man. But I don't really like him here. Clay's a fade for me. Batum's a tournament option. Damn, shooting guard's already looking bad. Batum's definitely a tournament option. See what he did versus Cleveland last time. He got locked up last time. And they're already projected to lose badly, so probably fade him there. Andrew Wiggins, super tournament option, scoring dependent. Has a little bit of upside, but man, the floor is just too low for my liking. Kobe Bryant, definitely a tournament. Damn, why are all these shooting guards tournament options? Monta Ellis, maybe a cash game spot here. I was reading something that they might want to take Calderon out the starting lineup. The coach is thinking about it, so maybe if Langston Galloway goes in there, kind of limits George Hill on defense, and then we got Monta Ellis who's dominating the ball. Let's go take a look at his usage. And he pretty much runs point guard. George Hill doesn't do nothing. Monta Ellis, 22.1 usage rate in the 3 games since the All-Star break. I think that's still pretty solid. Let's go take a look at the minutes he's getting. 41, 39. That did go to overtime, so we take about 5 minutes away from that. That's 36 still. So Seeing 36 on the close game, I like that here. This let's see this over under for this Knicks and Pacers game. 202, definitely not something I like, man. But he's still worth a look, man. At 6,200, we seen this ceiling. Damn, I'm freaking sick as hell. 33, 37 before that. So, man, it's kind of hard to trust him here. I probably look elsewhere for shooting guard. Will Barton the fade tournament option. Bradley Beal tournament option. KCP, now he's in the Cavs game. I'm pretty much gonna lock him in my lineup, man. I just love him a lot. This dude's pretty much gonna have to play 40 minutes regardless. He's been averaging about 30. I think he's averaging like 36 minutes a game anyway. Now that Stanley Johnson's out, he might get the bump to 40. So I love KCP here for cash games. He actually has a good matchup versus Stauskas too. Not a high usage guy. Let's go take a look at him. Look at that, 17.7. But you take Stanley Johnson out the equation, I guess he gets a little bit of a bump here. So, I definitely like KCP here. At 5,400, that price is not bad. Let's see what he did last time out, 27, 23. 27 is kind of what I'm expecting here. So hopefully he gets that again. I like him. Lou Will's a fade. JJ Redick's actually in a good spot. Shooting guards. Oh damn, he's only playing, but that was a blowout though. It's kind of tough to get a read on JJ Redick here now that Jeff Green's in the rotation. I want to see if they're gonna really be bumping him up. Try to give him a bunch of minutes. So I don't know what that situation is gonna be like yet. But if he sees 30 minutes versus Gary Harris, I love him here. But he is kind of scoring dependent. But at his price tag, man, I don't see there's any way he gets less than 20 versus Denver. I think he's in a great spot here. So 4.9, not a high usage guy though. Let's go take a look first. I don't really like having scoring dependent guys in my lineup, man. That burnt me last time with Jamal Crawford, man. He killed my lineup last time. I still cashed, but just having that in my lineup was horrible. So JJ Redick actually has a 22.5 usage rate, so at least that makes up for a little bit of something. So I like him there at 22.5. So 4.9K, just need about 25. I could live with that, man. He's gonna be in there with Chris Paul. Chris Paul sets up a lot of almost all his shots, so he should be in a great spot. Home game for him here too, so no problem with him. Zach LaVine, 4.9K. Let's see his minutes, 32, 33. And that's even with Kevin Martin back in the lineup. He's been producing lately. But Toronto is one of the better defensive teams, so I'm not quite sure if I want to have too much exposure to LaVine here, but he is seeing consistent minutes, man. And the production hasn't been bad. He actually had us. This is actually against New York, and then Boston, who does pretty well against point guards and shooting guards. So for him to get basically run himself to 24, man, that's pretty darn good. I don't really think he'll kill you line either. Aaron Aflalo, a fade for me. J.R. Smith, not playing him in cash. Maybe a tournament option. Gary Harris, I don't know if I'll have any exposure to him. Just kind of hard to bang on that, especially with Jameer Nelson back. They got just too many mouths to feed. They're giving what's this guy DJ Augustine minutes now, so I got to see at the end of the game, see what his minutes like. I think that game is actually going on right now, so we're gonna actually go take a look to see what his minutes have been so far. So it's a 1-point game here. Let's see what his minutes have been. So he's still getting close to. So he's only gotten 25 minutes here in this game. There's no foul trouble. So I think a lot of that has to do with Jameer Nelson. Jameer Nelson even played. So I guess it has a lot to do with DJ Augustine. And now that Jameer Nelson's actually active for this game, so he'll likely play tomorrow. Probably just took the day off today. So Gary Harris kind of a fave for me now. Eton Moore in the fast-paced game, I like him here a little bit. Let's go take a look at his usage. If he's playing 40 minutes, he's definitely in a great spot. Let's go take a look. And Garrett Temple's not somebody I'm scared to pick on. I'll click the Wizards. Wow. Crap. So let's see where he's at in usage. Only a 14.1 usage. That's not high at all, but 41 minutes. versus a fast-paced team, man, I'll take that all the way, man. It's kind of hard to fade that. Just when you think about it, man, we've seen the over/under. D Rose is setting up a lot of people's shots. Garrett Temple's definitely somebody I like to pick on. So we'll actually go look see who's one of the worst defenders on this team. So for the Wizards, and this is a road game while the Bulls are at home, he should feel himself a lot better. So Garrett Temple's pretty much the second worst defender behind Gary Neal on the team. So definitely somebody we could pick on here. Let's go see where the Wizards rank in DVP versus shooting guards. Uh, so they're pretty much a bottom five team here too. So Eton Moore, even with the low usage, pretty much in a good spot. He's been producing almost every game, 33, 28. Had one bad game against Cleveland, that was a blowout, and he didn't even see the minutes. So other than that, man, he's been producing at a bad game versus Denver. But I think Jimmy Butler playing that game, so Jimmy Butler took away any little bit of usage he had. Other than that, man, he's been producing when he's got the heavy minutes. So I like Eton Moore a lot here. I think he'll see those kind of minutes again here. So I might just lock him into my cash games. We're gonna go look through a little bit more picks. Danny Green's a solid tournament option. I think just because the Kings suck versus shooting guards, he's in a great spot here. But he's definitely relying upon scoring a little bit, and like you gotta expect like the crazy peripherals, like getting a bunch of rebounds, blocks, and steals. Otherwise, he's not gonna hit his ceiling. I mean, his floor is just too low. So it's kind of hard to trust him in cash, but definitely worth a look at tournaments. Who else we got here? Langston Galloway, man. If he goes into that starting lineup, man, I still can't do it, man. Even if I might, maybe. I hope they don't announce it today because these are one of the players that I'm talking about, man. Like if he's announced that he's starting tomorrow, everybody's gonna roster him in cash, and now I'm gonna feel like I have to roster him in cash because of the ownership percentage. And I don't feel like he's in a great matchup versus the Pacers, but everybody's gonna have him. And if he does have like a miracle game where he drops 30, I'm gonna really kind of want that. So uh, that's kind of why I like playing big slates, man, because man, even on a big slate, he might only be about 30% owned. If it was like a 5 to 7 game slate, man, he'd be like 60% owned if people found out he was starting. So that's kind of why I hate the small slates. Did I skip over anybody? Okay, nope. So Shungar, that's pretty much about it for Shungar. I think we can kind of wrap that up there. So let's see what you guys are talking about. Dion is sus. Screw you, Chris. And I wonder who's Dion because my name's Chopper. Uh, let's go. Demar the Goat. KCP best cash game play. Hell yeah. KCP's locked. He's locked into my cash game. What the was that? I heard screaming. Oh, I don't know. Maybe I was coughing or something. I don't know. My fault if you heard something crazy. But let's go. Let's move on to small forward now. That was awkward. Let me lock in Etuan Moore too, man. Kind of like Etuan Moore, man. It's playing 40 minutes versus a fast-paced team. So now we got Lord Kevin Durant, man. 10.2K versus Dallas. Is it worth it, man? They're gonna put up a bunch of points. His usage rate's through the roof. So right now, him and LeBron pretty much around the same price. And this might be the situation where everybody runs up to Durant and LeBron goes off. I just have one of those weird feelings today, just because it always happens. But KD at 10.2 in a high-scoring game. I like him pretty much. I think Westbrook has a great matchup as well, so it kind of takes away a little bit from it. But I think KD lit up Dallas already, if I'm not mistaken. Let's go take a look at that. Oh, my lineup is actually killing it right now. My $1 tournament is cashing $5 right now. That's cool. So he played 2 games versus Dallas. I want to go look at his most recent one. Let's see the minutes he's playing too. Okay, so this was a 109, 106 game on the road. Let's kind of add that up to see the points. So that's about 21, 23, 25, 27, 30, 33, 36, 37, 40. So only put about 40 and 38 minutes, and that was on the road. Let's see what he did before that. Okay, so that's not impressive. But then he had another game here. So when he actually was at home. So let's see how he did here. So 26, 28. 31, 34, 44, 45, 46. So he put about 46. So he hasn't hit 50 in these games, man. So this is, I don't know if, man, maybe I'm looking too much into it. Then the Westbrook, I guess Westbrook got injured or he got ejected out this game. So we can't really count that either. So let's go take a look at the first one, actually. I mean, the last one. See what Westbrook did in that situation. So Westbrook just had a regular game here, too. So they're both not even crushing value. So Durant, man, I think let's go see where they rank in DVP first before get too critical of Durant in this spot. Let's see. So Dallas top 10 team versus small forwards here. Not really giving up much, so maybe there's some merit to playing. I mean, definitely there's definitely merit in fading the rain cash games, but for tournaments, man, we know it's sailing, so it's definitely worth a look. The same way I'm feeling with LeBron. We seen KD's usage rate for it. Those that wasn't watching earlier when I was looking at Westbrook, KD has a 34.1 usage. Now let's go take a look at LeBron's usage. LeBron 30.6 usage rate, and he actually has a pretty. It's a decent matchup, not a great matchup here, but man, I just feel like LeBron's gonna have one of those bounce back games. It's all gut. It's all a gut feeling right here, just because we seen. Come on, man, 30 points versus Detroit. They didn't have nobody to guard them. We seen them go off, man, plenty of times, but I don't know if I'm gonna chase those points yet. I gotta go through all the small forward options first. So man, right now I haven't got to any of the value yet, so we'll see. So let's get into Carmelo, man. Anthony, who's been balling, man. Don't think this is a great matchup for him here, but man, he's been putting up 40s like it's nothing. So got your 40 versus Toronto, not a great matchup. 47 versus Minnesota, 45 versus Brooklyn, so 51 versus Washington. And the Pacers are actually a fast-paced team, so even though he will have some Paul George defense, I still think there's some merit to playing him in a tournament. 9,300 just too much for me in cash. The same with Paul George here. I can't ever play Paul George in cash, man. That dude is just a lineup kill every time. There's never been a time that I played him and he had value. I clicked the wrong link. Let's go take a look at Melo usage and Paul George usage real quick. Melo 28.3. That's pretty darn good. And I think, and I was in the 3 games since the All-Star break, so let's go see Paul George's 28.3. So both pretty good, man. But I don't know if the peripheral is going to be there in these games. And man, just 9,300, just a little bit too much for me to pay up for Melo, man. I'm just not feeling that price tag, so I'm going to fade it. Next we have Rudy Gay, who's in my lineup today, and he has 46 for me right now. I'm actually looking at it on my phone, man. Damn, he's having a hell of a game. Pretty darn good. Rudy Gay, man, here versus Spurs, man. I'm not playing him versus Kawhi. Gallinari versus the Clippers. I think he actually has a good matchup here versus Paul Pierce, man. Or are they gonna put Mbah Mute on this man and lock him up? Because I've seen him do that plenty of times where I'm like, okay, this Paul Pierce is about to guard this small forward, and then I tune in the first quarter and Mbah Mute is locking the guy up. So I probably don't want to fall for that trap here, especially since Denver's expected to get blown out and it's the second leg of a back-to-back. But might be a great tournament option here. Let's go take a look at the over/under again. Where's it at? I'm blind. Okay, 213. They're projected to get smoked. So maybe you want to look away from Gallinari here, man. There's some guy. His usage rate is not even the craziest in the world. So his price tag. Let's go take a look. Keep clicking the wrong link. I'll close out this NBA.com one right here. Okay. All right. So his usage rate since the All-Star break, 22.4. It's only 2 games, so it's a small sample, but it's not the greatest, man. And he has a bunch of other guys with higher usages than him. So, and they're projected to get blown out. So maybe I want to fade him, but I think he's definitely worth a tournament option. Parsons, I think Parsons in a great spot here for tournaments. If he's seen 30 minutes here, I think he's in a great spot. He lit up KD, if I'm not mistaken, last time as well. Let's go take a look at his usage rate too. Then we're gonna look at the previous box score game because if I'm not mistaken, he lit KD up. 21.3, I think that's pretty solid. He's playing the worse defense than Gallinari is. So already we're looking at similar usage. The Clippers defense is a lot better than OKC. So we'll go take a look at Chandler Parsons. Let's see what he did. So in 2 games, he's averaging 19 and 4. The price tag is a little jacked up from what it was last time. I think around this time he was like 5 point something. So 6.7, maybe want to look away from it, but 26, 25, 27, 30, 31, 36, 37. So he got you 37 last time versus Durant. I'm not gonna really expect that too much here, but I will probably expect 30. I do want 30 to 30, 35 here, man. Probably not gonna go above 35, but I think he's still in a decent spot here where he can do that. Now let's see how much actual points he had. So he had 26 actual points here, so he went off. And I also talked about Darren Williams last, and as far as point guards go, and he had a pretty decent game versus Russell Westbrook here. So it's some merit to playing both of those guys actually. So I wouldn't have no problem with Chandler Parsons. Luol Deng, he's been balling lately, man. He's just been balling 32, 47, 50. Not a high usage guy, but man, the production's way up there. He's playing a lot of power forward, which is opening up those rebounds, those double-digit rebounds. So the Golden State don't miss too often, but him versus Draymond, I don't know if I really want to trust him versus Draymond. Not a great matchup for him there. But I still think he got a solid game. Tobias, 5,700 playing some power forward versus Philly. Damn, I feel like I might just have to put the whole starting lineup in for Detroit here. We got Tobias at 5.7. The usage is up. He's going to play 40 minutes, man. I don't know how. I don't think 40 minutes for anybody versus the Philly is a bad idea. Versus Philly is a bad idea. So let's go see his usage since he's been there. 22.9, below Reggie Jackson, but it's the highest behind him. And at that price tag, not a bad price tag at all. Philly's on the second leg of a back-to-back, so their offense probably going to be a little bit out of whack, and they're on the road. So Tobias in the great spot here. I have no problem with him. Who else do we got? Got Jeff Green off the bench. Fade for me. Otto Porter versus Chicago. Let's see how many minutes he got today. Not impressive. Not a high usage guy, but might be worth a look in tournaments when his price goes down a little bit. Marcus Morris, definitely worth a cash game play. Don't like his individual matchup versus Covington, but man, if these guys are gonna see 40 minutes against Philly, I don't know how I can fade these guys, yo. I'm really like close to playing everybody and just like screw it. Will Barton picked it up for me. Let's go. It's lit. Let's scroll down. Covington not playing too many minutes. Caspi, no. Barnes, I'm tired of getting killed by him. Wesley Johnson, Harrison Barnes, maybe if he's gonna get some Gerald Green, I like his matchup a little bit. If he gets 21, 22 here, I'm fine with that. I definitely think that's possible. There, and the Warriors are on a mean road stretch, so the game's probably gonna be a lot closer just because they're playing all these games in a row. Next we got. Let's scroll down. Justin Winslow. 37 versus the Pacers. So he's looked like he's coming to his own a little bit. So maybe it's a merit to playing him. Oh, crap. Iggy a fade. Shabazz a fade. Doug McDermott. Maybe worth looking tournaments, but I don't know if he presents enough. He's the epitome of freaking scoring dependent. 16 points. He has 16 actual Fanduel points. He doesn't do anything else besides score, so can't really trust him. And after that, it's pretty much done. So small forward, we're going to take a look what you guys talking about. How old am I? 300. Now I'm 23, man. So we kind of move on to power forward, man. Let's go. I'm trying to skim through this real quick. I like Draymond. I think he's in a solid spot. Kevin Love, 7.5. Not too high on that matchup versus Marvin Williams. This was kind of making me like LeBron a lot. Just because when the two best matchups favor LeBron and Kyrie, man, I feel like LeBron's gonna go off, especially for that game to even turn into a blow. It's gonna be because of LeBron. So, oh crap! If Utah and Houston going to overtime, my lineup's gonna kill it, man. That's crazy. Um, so Kevin Love probably a fade, most likely a fade for me here. That's 7.5, just a little bit too hefty for my liking. Aldridge, I think he's in a great spot here, especially if he's gonna see some AC, some Caspi, whoever else they're gonna throw at him. Maybe the Kings might go match up big with Let's go see what they're projected first. Maybe the Kings might go big and match up, put Willie Cauley-Stein back in the starting lineup, but who knows? Not gonna really try to guess that. Um, I still like Aldridge here, just looking at this on paper. Pretty decent usage rate. Nerlens Noel versus Detroit. I think he's in a great spot here. Uh, Damn, I might just have to think about rolling him in cash. If he's gonna see 32 minutes versus Detroit, I like that as well. This game's looking pretty stackable for cash, but I don't like his price tag. Dirk versus OKC. Not a big fan of that matchup. Zebo versus the Lakers, playing some power forward center. He's in a great spot here, so might have to give them. There's definitely some merit to play him in cash. I'm actually gonna go back to small forward. I'm kind of building this lineup. Um, Tobias is gonna see a lot of rebounds with Nerlens Noel hanging around the basket all day, so I like Tobias. Um, who else did I like for small forward? There was somebody else I like. Man, I'm about to go with the freaking piston stack. I'm just about to go piston stack, man, for cash. And oh crap, I didn't mean to click that off. And so now we're back to power forward. Let's continue this. Zebo, let's go take a look at his usage rate. See what it's been at, man. Especially with Gasol out for the season. Zebo 21.9. Pretty good spot here for his price tag, especially going against the Lakers, man, at home. I think Zebo's gonna have his way a little bit here, so I like Zebo. We got Gorgie Jank versus Toronto, man. All his value all depends on whether uh whether KG and Pekovic are out. And these guys been injured forever, man. Let's go see if there's any like news on them. Okay, so let's see. Okay, he's already been ruled out for Wednesday. I think they might as well just rule him out for the season. He's trash. Okay, our main concern. So pretty much these guys, they're not coming back this season, man. I think they're both out for the season. So Gorgie Jang still in a great spot here. Let's go see what he did last time versus Toronto. For the All-Star break, he put up about 39. So I think we kind of expect the same thing here. He's not a high usage guy, but he's a guy that just seems to give you double-digit points and assists. I mean rebounds every game. It's going to give you a little. He's going to give you what, one block a game. So I'll definitely take that. And at his price tag, man, all you need is about 32, and he's giving you 35 to 40 points every night. So until that price tag jumps up, pretty much just keep rolling with Yang. I'm just gonna keep doing it. Porzingis a fade. Randall might actually be in a great spot here, just because Memphis offense isn't that fluid, so he's gonna have a lot of rebounds. But when you got guys like Kobe and Russell and Clarkson jacking up a bunch of shots, and Lou Will takes a little bit from his value. So at this price tag, man, I might as well just go Jang and Zebo. Probably look elsewhere. Next, Serge Ibaka versus Dirk. He's in a great spot, but more of a tournament option. Let's see, 31. He's getting the minutes there, but the production hasn't always been there. But the last 3 games it has, so I like that. Yeah, I'm freaking sick. I need him. It's just crazy. Marvin Williams, 56, just a little bit too much for my liking, but he has been balling lately. Getting close to 30 minutes here. Feel like the rotation is about to start cracking down. Like you got Frank Kaminsky got to get his minutes. Al Jefferson. You got Cody Zeller. And it depends. Is Spencer Hall's back? Let's go take a look at him. So pretty much it's a four. Okay, Spencer Hall's is out, but it's pretty much a good. It's a 3-man rotation right now, so maybe he's straight. So Marvin Williams, if he's seeing 30 minutes versus Kevin Love, I like that a little bit. But let's go take a look at his usage rate as well. Marvin Williams, 18.2. So it's not really looking too good for him. But we also got a guy like Jang who doesn't have a usage rate at all. So let's go take a look at Jang's usage rate. So usage rate isn't always mean nothing. Well, at least not for bigs. It doesn't mean the world for bigs, but for like point guards and shooting guards, it means a lot. So Jang 13.8. That dude's just producing a bunch of 32 to 40 point games. So sometimes just got just not care about usage rate. Markeith Morris. Nah, he's a fade until I see him get 30 minutes. Let's see what he's got today. 22. So well, he's having around that, and I don't think his usage. He probably hasn't found his comfort level with the this team yet. So probably gonna look elsewhere. Tristan Thompson, never playing him in cash. Todd Gibson, maybe versus Dudley, he's in a great spot because there's no way Dudley can guard him. But Taj isn't the guy that's gonna be able to jack up a bunch of shots. So it's a fast-paced game. So I think he's still in a great spot here, but I don't know too much about him. Jeremy Grant, Fade, Cody Zeller. Think his minutes came down a little bit after the 31, so not gonna trust him. Jared Dudley versus Todd Gibson. He's gonna stress the floor, man. I seen him. He just hung around the 3 point line. He torched AD today and got you 30. So maybe there's a little bit of merit playing Dudley, but I'm not gonna trust it too much. Bobby Portis, his price is jacked up, so he's kind of a fade now. Uh, and then all these other power forwards, they're pretty much just their tournament options. There's no way I'm touching most of these guys. So let's try to find a power forward right now. I told you guys I like Jang, so I like Zebo a little bit here. So we're gonna have to pay up somewhere, man. This is just what I'm looking at right now. This is not gonna be my lineup at all. I definitely could pay up from Tony Parker. So Reggie Jackson's pretty much a lock for me, just because the super high usage rate and he's playing Philly. We can probably get a Steph Curry here on the road who's probably gonna have to jack up a bunch of shots and take over. So I like him here. So this is kind of what I'm messing with right now. So we can kind of finish off at center. I'm gonna take a look at the chat. Okay, got 11 viewers. Shout out to you guys. DeMarcus Cousins versus Spurs, definitely a tournament option. But I've seen him kind of get at Timmy a little bit, but I don't think he's gonna hit his ceiling here. So not worth it. Now my favorite center of the day is Karl Anthony Towns. There's just no way Toronto's gonna be able to guard him, man. Let's go take a look at his usage. 26.9, man. And we seen him just torch these guys not too long ago, 9,200, man. It's kind of taking away his upside, but man, if he gets you, I think it's possible that he gets 55 again here. There's just nobody to guard him on this team, and this is actually a home game. Oh no, the last one was a home game, so I don't on the road this time, but I still think he produces here today. I have no problem with them. Uh, if I could, I kind of might try to mess around with this lineup and get him in for my cash game, but I like him a lot. Andre Drummond's in a great spot. Pau Gasol, okay, he got an illness, so we'll have to wait till that news comes out. DeAndre Jordan, just his price tag just too much for me for a guy who doesn't have any offensive game. Drummond is in a great spot, like I said, 8,600 versus Philly, who sucks versus centers. We can take a look at that DVP real quick. Philly last in the league versus centers, so uh, definitely some merit to playing Drummond. But against a guy like with Jahlil Okafor, man, I do not trust Drummond to stay out of foul trouble. So if anything, I'm probably gonna try to pay up for Towns. Just to make that work. Hassan Whiteside, the guy who's just dropping 50 burgers off the bench. Um, man, a lot of his value, I can't even say a lot of his value is coming from blocks because he just got you 19, 18, got you 53. He's going to get 2, 3 blocks a game regardless. So we kind of just put that to rest. But Golden State's not a team that's going to. Golden State is a team that shoots a bunch of jump shots. They're going to spread them out. I don't think he's really going to be in position for much rebounds and stuff like that. And they're pretty decent defensive team. So I kind of don't want to pick on them too much. But man, I can definitely see him. I can definitely see him having a good game, man. If he's getting fed down low, and he has some words with Draymond like over the summer or something like that, talking about posting. They pretty much were subbing each other. You guys could Google Draymond Green, Hassan Whiteside. So I know he's looking forward to this matchup here. And at 8,200, I don't know if I really want to play him here. So. But he's not in a horrible spot, man. They are going to put up points on Golden State, so has to come from somewhere. I'm not mistaken. So Gortat versus Chicago. I love this matchup here. 7100. The Bulls have struggled versus centers pretty much almost the whole season, man. Gortat's in a great spot. If and the pick and roll defense. Oh my God, the Bulls pick and roll defense is gonna set Gortat up so lovely. I watch a lot of Bulls games, and that all you gotta do is pick and pop them because Powell defense is horrible. So Gortat is definitely gonna have a bunch of mid range jump shots here. Pretty much in a great spot. Uh, Jonas Valanciunas pretty much a fade for me. I don't really want to pick on Jank here. I'll probably look elsewhere. Jalo Okafor versus Detroit could be in the great spot, man. If he could stay out of foul trouble, man. I don't know what it is, but he just can't stay out of foul trouble, man. Every game, so it's kind of hard to trust him in cash. Lopez at 6K, I just can't do it. I don't care how many good games in a row you have, but I just know that 18.4 is coming soon, and I'm not getting trapped into it. So, probably most likely a fade for me. Al Jefferson fade. Jokic, man, I like him a little bit here. This dude's a point per minute beast. Look at this, man. This is today's game. He got you 39 in 20 minutes. This dude just produces he's a point per minute beast. So definitely something to playing him in the tournaments. But it's just hard to play a guy that's only playing 20 minutes, especially at his price tag. Tim Duncan fade, Miami fade, Kenner. He might be in a great spot here. I think Kenner's in a great spot here, especially if OKC starts taking over and blow these guys out like they did last time they were home. I like him here. And he's a high usage guy too. Let's go take a look at him real quick. So 25.6 off the bench. He's not playing a bunch of minutes, but he's always worth a tournament look. And then after that, man, the centers get thin, and I think that's where you can kind of just end it there. So I'm gonna try to build this lineup with I'm gonna try to fit Karl Anthony Towns to my lineup, and after that, we're gonna be done with them. I'm gonna take a look at the chat real quick. So you like Noel? Yeah, I do like Noel versus Detroit, just because there's not enough size on that team. Like, who's gonna like Noel should have a bunch of rebounds, and they don't shoot a bunch of threes. So a lot of value from Noel comes from blocks and rebounds and stuff like that. So I definitely like him versus Detroit. JV gonna stop him. If you're talking about Jang, yeah, maybe that's possible. But Karl Anthony Towns plays power forward, so Karl Anthony Towns he's just gonna do whatever he wants with Patrick Patterson and Scola. So I'm not even worried about Towns. DJ is too expensive to even think about cash games right now. So I'm actually gonna try to work this lineup and see who I want to fade. Maybe I'm gonna have to fade Zebo or Jang. Maybe I can fade Jang, man. Just 'cause I like Zebo's usage. I like his usage a lot, but Jang's been balling. And then it's a home game versus the Lakers, so I definitely gotta have some exposure there. Who would I fade though? Maybe Chris Paul's gonna have to come out. I'm gonna have to find. I mean, Curry's gonna have to come out. I have to find another point guard. So maybe we could go John Wall in this spot here, even on the second link of a back to back. We got the 7K. And then we could possibly put Noel, but he's not a high usage guy. And we still got enough for Jank. So right now, I'll probably just lean towards Noel just for the sake of it. And with that being said, man, we're about to come to an end. Appreciate you guys. Miles Turner, I didn't talk about him. I thought I did. But he's a pretty decent usage guy, man. He's going to get matched up with Porzingis playing 31 minutes a game. Not too bad. But I think his upside is limited now that everybody's back. But he went from playing like this. I'm confused with Vogel, man. Goes from playing 36 to 31 the last two games, and I think this Miami game was in overtime, so he only played 31 minutes with an overtime. So I don't know what's going on there with Vogel, but I don't want to get second into it. I think he's still gonna see 30 minutes here, but man, it's really hard to trust him. Just like we seen Mahimni. He played 30-plus minutes back-to-back games, and then this game, he still played 30, but that's because of the OT. I know he definitely played in the OT, so, man, there's a little bit of drop-off here, but I'm not really going to expect OT again. But we'll see, man. I'm not going to really bank on Turner, but he has a decent usage rate from what I've seen. He's a pretty solid player. Versus Porzingis, I don't like the individual matchup, but I think he's in a good spot. So what's his usage? 18.0. So Not horrible. No, I mean maybe there's some merit to playing him, but I'm not a big fan of him today. So this is pretty much what I'm looking at. Just a rough draft. No, we're gonna take it. Why did I start the stream so early? Oh, just because I'm gonna go to sleep soon. So it's like, man, I haven't done a stream in a minute, so I might as well get it out now. No, I'm actually gonna check on my lineup. So with that being said, man, this is pretty much it. What I'm rolling with, man. I'm gonna take a look at the chat. I'm gonna take a look at my tournament lineup I ran today. See how I was doing. So it's cashing at $7 right now with a 306. It's not bad at all. What game is left? Oh, that Portland Brooklyn game. Oh, and Utah's in Houston's in overtime. That's so clutch because I got Shelvin Mack and I got Gordon Hayward. So about to pick up some more points to minimize what Lillard's probably gonna do to me in a few. So definitely like this, man. We're gonna see what you guys are talking about. What position do I think is the most loaded tomorrow? Let me go take a look at that again. I'd even enter it. So let's go take a look, man. I think it was actually this. Was it center that I was looking at the most that I like? No, it couldn't have been center because I love Karl Anthony Towns too much. So shooting guard is the position I hate the most tomorrow. Small forward. Nah, I'm not too big. I'm not a big fan of the small forwards. Maybe power forwards because I think there's some Draymond Green. I think he's in a good spot here. Aldridge. I like Noel. I like Zebo. I like Gorgie Jang. I think Julius Randle's worth for tournament. He's worth a tournament look. Turner, he's been dropping 25 to 27 consistently. So you get 27 from him. That's a good spot here. Serge Ibaka's been dropping 25 plus recently. So you got Marvin Williams versus Kevin Love. You got Taj Gibson versus Jared Dudley. You got maybe Bobby Portis because he's been balling lately. But 25 minutes, I'm not really banking on that. But 25 minutes, so maybe he's power forward here. But I like power forward. I'm not too big. I'm not too big of a fan of the point guards today. My favorite point guards though: Curry, Wall. Who else I like? I like D Rose. I like Reggie Jackson. I think Darren Williams is a little bit safe in cash, and also Tony Parker. So it's pretty much a toss up between the point guards and power forwards for me. Okay, hopefully that answered your question. But yeah, man. With that being said, man, I know it's a little bit of a delay, so I'm just gonna try to let you guys get the last questions out, man. So we're just gonna stall a little bit. Kind of mess around with a tournament. I want to see what I like for a tournament. Tournament maybe LeBron. Does LeBron go over 50 versus Batum tomorrow? It's very possible. So we're gonna mess around with LeBron. Let's see. I want somebody that's consistent but with enough upside. Maybe Tobias Harris versus Philly. We just seen what Orlando did to these guys today, so gotta have Tobias Harris in almost everything. Who else we have? I like Karl Anthony Towns too much, but we're gonna go top, man, just for the sake of it. Power forward. We also got. Ooh, who got that 40-point upside, man? Let me see what Zebo's been doing lately. Zebo might just be more of a cash game play, but I think this matchup versus the Lakers too good. So if he's seeing 36 minutes versus the Lakers, Zebo's gonna have a great game. Man, maybe we go. I like Noel too. I think Noel might be more of a tournament option now that I think about it. Noel, power forward. Who else we got? Maybe Marvin Williams in the tournament. Let's see if he's been showing some upside. I don't like it. So I'll probably lean more towards. I'll probably just stick with Zebo, man. Stick with Zebo. Got the shooting guards. Oh, that's what we got messing around because I gotta have DeRozan in at least one tournament. Each one, Danny Green in the tournament. That's possible. Then we could go with the cheap guards. Okay, I picked everybody else, so I don't think we go Tony Parker still. Leave us 6,300 to work with. Then we don't got enough for Dragic. Maybe we go Dragic and somebody else. Dragic. just for like just for floor and upside. I think he has enough floor and good enough upside, so we can mess around with that. Uh, Maybe we could downgrade. Okay, let's see. Let's see if there's some cheaper centers that I like. Jokic is a cheap center that I like, so maybe we can mess around with him. He's a point per minute beast, man. He sees 25, 30 minutes versus the Clippers. He might go off. And the Clippers are a horrible rebound team, but they might just make so many shots it eliminates his rebounding. But we'll go him just for the sake of the video. And he has a high usage rate, so now we got 6,700 to work with there. Do we have enough for Reggie? No, we 100 off. Golly. Oh yeah, and I said I like Conley, so we can mess around with that here. So I think this could be a sneaky tournament. That might be a little bit too contrarian, but I like it a little bit. So what do you think of the keys to cashing? Is it mainly luck? For like tournaments, this is what I like to do, man. I like to go with a few chalky guys that I think have a high ceiling, and then I probably go contrarian in like 2 to 3 different positions where I think, like say like how I got Eton Moore there. I think Eton Moore is pretty safe, but Danny Green, I've seen Danny Green hit 35 from his position. I'm not certain that Eton Moore is gonna hit 35 tomorrow, so I'll probably go contrarian there with like a Danny Green, or a lot of people will be on KD. So you try to go take a little pivot off to LeBron. So situations like that. But as far as cash games, just want to go with guys with a high usage rate, consistency. The main thing in the cashing and cash games is to having players with consistency. You don't want to take too many chances; those will bite you in the rear. So, uh, and I think that's about it, man. A lot of shit, but damn, you lost $4. And Dieng and Drummond, Noel White, and Dieng and Drummond, or Noel and Whiteside. Mm, I like Dieng and Drummond more, but I think that probably be more of a tournament option just because Drummond, man, versus Jalil Okafor, both those guys are going to be in foul trouble. Probably. Like, it's going to be super hard to predict who's going to be in foul trouble. Noel and Whiteside probably safer, though, so I'll probably say Noel and Whiteside. Both options should be good, I think. Yeah, they should be. So, with that being said, man, we're definitely going to come to an end now. I definitely appreciate you guys sticking around watching the stream. So, man, appreciate that. Hopefully, you guys give this a thumbs up and go ahead up out of here, man. Peace.